From previous two lectures, we started a topic luxury brands and their working, in which we discussed top 10 luxury brands Gucci, Louis Vuitton, Chanel, Zara, Dior, Prada. In first lecture, we discussed and studied about Gucci and Louis Vuitton, and next lecture we discussed four brands Chanel, Zara, Dior, Prada, in which we studied about their biography, their working, their products, how many brand stores in worldwide, and brands revenue according to the 2019 survey. Now today's lecture we discuss remaining four brands Dolce & Gabbana, Yves Saint Laurent, Burberry and Alexander McQueen. History of Domenico Dolce and Stefano Gabbana. Domenico Dolce was born in Polizzi, Generosa, near Sicily on 13 September 1958. His family owned a small clothing business where Domenico worked from childhood. Stefano Gabbana was born in Milan on 14 November 1962. He studied graphics but soon turned to fashion. After a brief period working as assistant designers, they founded the Dolce and Gabbana label, which had its first runway shows as part of the New Talent Group in Milan in 1985. Dolce & Gabbana brand history. Dolce & Gabbana is an Italian luxury fashion house founded in 1985 by Italian fashion designer Domenico Dolce and Stefano Gabbana. The two met in Milan in 1980 and designed for the same fashion house. In 1982, they established a designer consulting studio. In time, it grew to become Dolce & Gabbana. Dolce & Gabbana's brand working. In 1986, they produced their first women's collection called Real Woman. In 1987, they launched their knitwear line. And in 1988, their beachwear and lingerie line introduced. Beginning in 1988, they produced their ready-to-wear line in Domenico Dolce family's own atelier. Atelier means boutique or studio, located in Legnano, Milan. The first Dolce & Gabbana's men collection appeared in 1990. Catching the attention of pop sensation, Dolce & Gabbana designed 1,500 costumes for Madonna's world tour, The Girly Show in 1993 by Madonna. Dolce & Gabbana's working continued. In 1994, they launched the Dolce & Gabbana's label. What is label or fashion label? Fashion label is usually run by an individual and has one designer and a small team of people working for it. In 1994, they launched the Dolce & Gabbana's label inspired by street style and a more youthful look. The clothes were produced and distributed by Attire. In 1995, they published their first book, 10 Years of Dolce & Gabbana, and almost 10 years later, they opened their first stand-alone store on Bond Street in London, England in 2004. In 2004, Dolce & Gabbana also started designing the uniform for AC. AC is basically the professional football club in Milan, and most recently have partnered with Kylie Minogue. Minogue basically is an Australian singer to design for her Aphrodite. Her 11th album, as according to the Lee Foley's 2011 tour. Dolce & Gabbana's achievements and success. They won the Woolmark Award in 1991 for the most innovative menswear collection, Perfumes Academy Most Feminine Flavor of the Year in 1993 for their fragrance Dolce & Gabbana perfume. Dolce & Gabbana stores. In 1989, they opened their first boutique in Japan. It currently has 222 monobrand stores across 41 countries. What is monobrand stores? Monobrand is basically can be a good solution for companies with a wide range of products or offering luxury goods. Mono is a combining form, meaning alone, single, one. So a mono retail store has just one brand. There's basically two types of Dolce & Gabbana's collection. The one is D&G, the abbreviation of Dolce & Gabbana's name, and other one is the complete spelling of Dolce & Gabbana. The brand's catwalk shows during Milan Fashion Week demonstrated the difference. Designer Domenico Dolce and Stefano Gabbana announced they were discontinuing the 17 years old D&G line and it would be folded into upcoming Dolce & Gabbana styles. For the upcoming season, D&G will become part of Dolce & Gabbana, giving even more strength and energy to our collections, they said in an email statement. So what is the difference between D&G and Dolce & Gabbana's collection? D&G playfully used letters of the alphabets to make colorful patterns. Dolce & Gabbana sent out a sultry chic hot ensembles of suits and lace dresses. Both lines are designed and owned by Domenico Dolce and Stefano Gabbana. In the next slide you can see the complete difference between D&G and Dolce & Gabbana's collection. Dolce & Gabbana's revenue or Dolce & Gabbana's income. By the end of the 1990s, the company revenues were around $500 million, and in 2003, their revenues reached $633 million. By 2005, their income was 600 million euros. In 2018, the total turnover of Dolce & Gabbana amounted to over 888 million euros, a decrease compared to the previous year. Yves Henry Donné Mathieu Saint Laurent, professionally known as Yves Saint Laurent, was a French fashion designer who in 1961 founded his eponymous fashion label. Now in next we discuss about Yves Saint Laurent's biography, Yves Saint Laurent's brand working, Yves Saint Laurent's brand's product, and how many Yves Saint Laurent stores worldwide. Yves Saint Laurent's biography. Who was Yves Saint Laurent? Yves Saint Laurent was best known as an influential European fashion designer who impacted fashion in the 1960s to the present day. Yves Henry Donné Mathieu Saint Laurent was born on August 1, 1936 in Oran, Algeria. He found solace. However, in the world of fashion, he liked to create intricate paper dolls, and by his early teen years, he was designing dresses for his mother and sister. At the age of 17, a whole new world opened up to Saint Laurent when his mother took him to Paris for a meeting she would arranged with Michael de Brunoff, the editor of French Vogue. A year later, Saint Laurent, who had impressed de Brunoff with his drawings, moved to Paris and enrolled at the Chambre Syndicale de la Couture, basically the council which regulates the haute couture industry and provides training to its employees, where his designs quickly gained notice. De Brunoff also introduced Saint Laurent to designer Christian Dior, a great name in fashion industry. Dior fascinated me, Saint Laurent later recalled. I did not speak in front of him. He taught me the basis of my art, whatever was to happen next. I never forget the years I spent at his side. Under Dior's guidance, Saint Laurent's style continued to mature and gain still more notice. Yves Saint Laurent's working. After taking over as art director for Dior, Yves Saint Laurent launched his first collection for the company, the line Trapeze. That year, it was a resounding means categorical or qualified success, and won him a Neiman Marcus Oscar. In 1962, after completing national service, Yves Saint Laurent set up his own fashion house with Pierre Bergé. In 1966, he introduced Le Smoking, his legendary smoking suit. His other inventions include the reefer jacket in 1962, the sheer blouse in 1966, and the jumpsuit in 1968. In October 1999, Yves Saint Laurent showed his last ready-to-wear collection. He carried on his haute couture until 2002. In 1999, Tom Ford arrived to take control at the house. The brand entered the stratosphere. Stratosphere means extremely high, where it remains today. With Saint Laurent's working continue. 2002, January 7, Saint Laurent decided to retire. January 22, a retrospective mean an exhibition or compilation showing the development of an artist's work over a period of time. Parade of 40 years of his work at the Centre Pompidou in Paris. 2007, Saint Laurent is made a Grand Officer of the Legion of Honor by the French President. 2008, Saint Laurent dies at home on June 1. He is nearly 72 years old. Yves Saint Laurent's product. Yves Saint Laurent brand founded in 1961. It has been considered one of the world's most prominent fashion houses and is known for its modern and iconic pieces, such as its tuxedo jacket for women. Today, Saint Laurent market a broad range of women's and men's ready-to-wear products, leather goods, shoes, and jewelry. Yves Saint Laurent Beauty also has a notable presence in the luxury beauty and fragrance market. Although this is owned by L'Oreal, who hold exclusive license for the name. Yves Saint Laurent stores. The head office of Yves Saint Laurent is in Paris and total of 222 directly operated stores worldwide as according to 2019. Burberry was the most oldest fashion brand who was founded by 21 years old Thomas in 1856 in Basingstoke, England. Burberry Group is a British luxury fashion house headquarters in London, England. Its main fashion house focuses on and distributes trench coats, for which it is most famous, and other products, ready-to-wear, outerwear, fashion accessories, fragrance, sunglasses, and cosmetics. Burberry's biography. 1856, the brand is founded by 21 years old Thomas Burberry. Thomas Burberry was born in 1835 in Bochum Green, Surrey, United Kingdom. His father was a farmer. After serving his training at a local draper shop, Burberry opened his own small clothing outfitters in Basingstoke in 1857. At that time, Basingstoke was a small country town with a population of just over 4,500. By 1861, the census reveals that he was employing in his shop 7 men, 3 boys, and 7 females. Thomas Burberry retired from the company in 1917, and in 1920 the company went public on the London Stock Exchange and incorporated as Burberry's Limited. His 2 sons, Arthur and Thomas Burberry, were joint managing directors. Thomas Burberry died on 4th April 1926. Burberry's biography. Burberry began to researching and experimenting with different materials to produce fabric which were waterproof and suitable for clothing customers who enjoyed the country pursuits. Pursuits means in which a person is engaged regularly or customarily in an activity of a specified kind, for example, fishing, hunting, and riding. In 1880, his innovative research and design resulted in a breathable, waterproof, and tear-proof fabric called gabardine. The material was light and ventilated. Ventilated means cause air to enter and circulate freely in, but protected the wearer from the extremes of the weather. Burberry's expand or Burberry brand increase. The company expanded with a shop opening in Haymarket, London in 1891 and in Reading, Manchester, Liverpool and Winchester. Burberry products were also sold through thousands of agencies. Export abroad began with wholesale branches which being opened in Paris, New York. 1909 opening of the Burberry stores in Paris. Burberry brand's logo. The equestrian knight or the horse riding knight logo appears for the first time. Accompanied means occur or present by the Latin word prorsum meaning forwards. How Burberry reinvented itself. The old Burberry and the new Burberry. Burberry is now at the center of this shifting climate. Burberry incoming creative director Riccardo Tisci, best known for injecting gothic romance and a hefty dose of street into Givenchy. Hefty means a heavy dose of street into Givenchy. Tisci will present his first full ready-to-wear collection for the label during London Fashion Week, but he has already been laying the foundations for the brand revamp. Revamp means renovation. He recently announced a collaboration with his idol Vivienne Westwood via Instagram and plans to shake up the collection's delivery schedules too. New Burberry logo. Another fundamental change spearheaded means organized by Tisci ahead of his big launch, is the introduction of a new brand logo and Thomas Burberry monogram, featuring interlocking T and B letters in orange, honey, and white hues. This was the first time in 20 years that the brand is changing its logo. Unveiling a new look or presenting a new look. Tisci shares on social media to reveal the new graphics to very mixed reactions. However, the belief that appears to be universal is that the British label is following on the footsteps, on the roots or paths of the likes of Gucci, Prada, and Fendi, and trying to generate buzz and sales by embracing mean implementing the reappearance of logomania and all things 90s inspired. So far, the strategy is working out for the British Heritage label. Earlier this month, the company reported a 3% increase in first quarter's retail sales to £479 million. Burberry stores. Burberry's head office is in England, and as according to the March 30, 2019, Burberry had a total of 475 stores in operation around the world. Burberry products. Burberry is one of the most iconic British fashion brands in the world, and it is also among the most valuable luxury personal goods brands worldwide. Burberry offers high quality apparel, shoes, fragrance, and bags. Burberry products have a unique style with the trademark Burberry check, a feature of many of their products. The next fashion brand is Alexander McQueen, one of my favorite designer and brand as well. Even I was taking McQueen as my inspiration in bachelor's project. I was and I am very much impressed by his unique and different cut lines, color scheme, and different ideas. So the next we discuss about McQueen's life, his brand, and his collections. I hope and I wish you all love to study about Alexander McQueen. Alexander McQueen's biography. Alexander McQueen was born in 1970 in the East End of London, was a British fashion designer and couture, the son of a taxi driver. At age of 16, McQueen left school and was employed at London's Anderson and Shepherd, where he tailored suits for Mikhail Gorbachev and Prince Charles. McQueen returned to London and enrolled at the Fashion College Central St Martin's 1990 to 1992, where he displayed a fashion show for his master's thesis. The thesis caught the eye or attracts of Isabella Blow, a London stylist. Blow bought or purchased McQueen's entire first collection. Alexander McQueen's working. In 1992, after his master's, McQueen debuted. Debuted means display his collection first time publicly. Introduced a pair of trousers that redefined the traditional cut of the garment. He called them Bumster trouser pants. This brought McQueen instant. Instant means immediately media recognition. Media recognition means media appreciation. In 1996, he took over as the head designer of Givenchy, the French couture house founded by Hubert de Givenchy in 1952 following Givenchy's retirement. McQueen was appointed by Bernard Arnault, chairman of Moet Hennessy, Louis Vuitton, which had developed the French fashion house in 1988. Though it was a remarkable appointment for the designer, who was then just 28 years old. McQueen had already produced Revolutionary means innovative work under his own design label, which he maintained in London. Alexander McQueen. In 2000, McQueen sold a controlling interest of his signature brand to the multi-brand luxury goods corporation Gucci Group. Although he continued creative control, began to diversify. Diversify means expand his brand to include fragrance. In 2003, he was made Commander of the Order of the British Empire (CBE) in 2003. He introduced a menswear collection in 2004, a more affordable ready-to-wear collection introduced in 2005. Alexander McQueen's design. His daring designs attracted notice for their darkly romantic qualities and violent. Violent means harsh, swag, aggressive. Ridiculous. Ridiculous means funny, mockery, humorous elements. Collections featured modernized angular suits. Angular means having angles or sharp corners. Hourglass-shaped dresses sculpted using tight corsets. Long gowns with components as varied as beaded needlework. Fresh flowers and deer antlers. And later bulky 10 inches alien and armadillo. Armadillo is basically insectivorous mammal that has large claws for digging and a body covered in bony plates. Armadillo is symbolic of protection and boundary. So he used armadillo heels in his collection. McQueen, who had a flair for drama, arranged challenging fashion shows that shocked audience. McQueen's achievements or success. McQueen won the British Fashion Award British Designer of the Year 4 times and won the Menswear Designer of the Year Award in 2004. In 2003, he received the CFDA Award for Best International Designer and was honored with a CBE from Queen Elizabeth II for his services to the fashion industry. Lee Alexander McQueen died. In October of 2009, McQueen hit a creative high with a spring collection called Plato's Atlantis. But just a few months later, following the death of his beloved mother, the designer took his own life. Creativity is very fragile. Creativity is very breakable thing, and Lee was very fragile. His longtime collaborator Philip Teresi said, McQueen's death was announced on the afternoon of 11 February 2010 in the morning. His housekeeper found him hanged at his home in Green Street, London. In May 2010, Sarah Burton, who had worked alongside McQueen for 14 years, quietly took up her mentor's responsibility. 8 years later, her talent was on glorious display in the divine lace wedding dress worn by Kate Middleton for her marriage to Prince William. Alexander McQueen's final show. At the time of Alexander McQueen's death, he had an 80% finished autumn-winter collection. 16 pieces of this collection were presented during Paris Fashion Week on 8 March 2010. Fashion editors picked his final designs. Editors said the show was hard to watch because it showed how McQueen was obsessed or passionate with the afterlife. The clothes had a medieval and religious look. Basic colors that were repeatedly used were red, gold, and silver, with detailed embroidery. His models were accessorized to show his love for theatrical imagery. Each piece is unique, as was he. McQueen's fashion house said in a statement that was released with the collection. After company owner Gucci confirmed that the brand would continue, McQueen's long-term assistant Sarah Burton was named as the new creative director of Alexander McQueen in May 2010. In September 2010, Burton presented her first women's wear collection in Paris. In next slide, you can see a few images of his final show.